Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
I think that you are the first one that joined.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the
Phil?
rest of the people, which there is another person called Phil Kuldik.
Phil Kordick, yes, that's right.
Okay. By the way, I'm Liran. I will be the technician.
Okay, good. Hi, I'm Paul.
Hi.
Morning.
Nice to meet you. Good morning.
Morning.
I see that Yana is joining.
I just joined and you already saw. Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning, Yana. How are you?
Good, how are you? I see already prepared.
Yes.
Yeah, it worked so far.
Paul,
Do-
did
do I-
you...
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry. Do I have to stay in this environment for the interview and the live Q&A?
Yes. We will do the live part of the session in this platform because we also, as you recall, we did the recordings here. So we just want to keep it consistent.
Okay.
And also, did you manage to see any of the other sessions throughout the summit?
Yeah, the opening day, I followed some sessions. Yes, so I'm familiar with how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Did you like what you saw so far?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. How are the
I think
responses? How are the responses so far?
pretty positive, I have to say. I think yesterday was even more interesting because all sessions had a live component at the end. So there was a lot of interaction also from the audience. Hi, Phil. Good morning.
Morning, Phil.
We don't hear you.
You're mute.
Can you talk? No? We still don't hear you.
No, still don't hear you.
I'm gonna grab some coffees. 1 second.
Yes,
Okay,
Paul.
it's a
You
good
have to.
idea.
Yes, for everyone.
Still, we cannot hear you. Once we will hear you, we'll let you know.
Phil, if you have maybe headphones, you can try
How about
connecting
that?
them to.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, here you are.
Working now? Good. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. So did you know that we have a third person joining us today?
Yes, I saw. I saw
Yeah.
in the invitation. Is
he's just in the next room. I need him to. So I can hear him on a telephone call. I need to get him to log in.
okay.
Yeah. One second.
Sure.
Paul, you managed to make your coffee? Wow, that was a quick one.
Sorry. Come on.
Okay, he's coming.
Okay,
So is he? Sorry,
yeah, go
Liran.
on, yeah.
Is he going to facilitate the live Q&A for you guys?
A bit the other way around. I thought I would sort of take on more of a moderator role, and then I'll sort of introduce him as a technical expert.
Okay.
Otherwise I thought just with Paul and myself with doing this sort of the same questions, I thought maybe it's better to mix it up with another person.
Okay.
Otherwise I'll be sort of answering my own questions. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can wait for him to join as well, so we can start the briefing and send the link to Slido.
No worries.
Yeah, I will send it in a minute. I just want, Phil, I understand that you are going to be the moderator, right? So there are two, we have voting this session. I would like to go over together with you to make sure that the voting, the wording and the questions are correct. So just a second.
Okay.
I'm checking as well. So.
sorry, that's okay. This is the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on. There are 3 options, okay. And then
Yes.
Paul, can you see those questions?
Yep.
Yeah, just I kind of made these up on the fly the other day. What do you think? Does it sound reasonable sort of alternatives?
One second, I grabbed my glasses.
Oh, sorry.
we can read them out for you.
It's full, so my eyes are letting me down again. So this is the poll?
Yeah.
Good morning, Sebastian.
Hi together. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Paul. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
We're just looking at these questions are going to be asked to the audience, and they need to vote for one of the answers they have available. So we just want to double check that we have everything lined up for the live part of the session.
So MTU, you produced these poll questions?
Yeah, I kind of made them up. So, I hope they're okay. That's why I just wanted to double check with you if you're happy with it, if you agree with it.
Fine, yeah.
Okay, there's another one.
Yes, not. Let's move to the other. Just a second.
Yeah.
So this is the second one.
Okay. Yeah.
Is this a poll that we are launching? This question with the perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, you're happy with the question, Sebastian, as well? Does that make sense?
This one especially, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. No, that's fine.
No, fantastic.
Phil, coming back on the previous poll questions.
Yeah.
You're asking the audience to poll for, and you set a certain date. Is it a good idea to set a date or to?
Well, I mean, yeah. Do you want to have a quick? Could we quickly bring those questions back up again? This is the first one.
Yes, the first one. Just a second.
Yeah.
Yes, it mentions 2030.
Yeah. If you can think of a better way to word the questions, definitely I'm open for ideas.
Yeah, what you're basically saying here is that MTU is of you that after 2030 LNG will not have a position anymore, right?
No, I guess that's what I'm kind of asking the audience. Yeah, I mean, if they kind of agree with that, is it going to be a relevant fuel just for the short term or longer than that? I suppose that's what I was trying to ask. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's worded the best way.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, or you can leave it out to 2030 in the first one.
Yeah, and then what do you suggest?
In general, just an important transition fuel.
Yeah. Okay, and then leave a date with the second. Yeah.
The first one is more general. The second one is more towards 230.
Yeah.
That's just my suggestion. But
yeah. So you think the first point we should just say an important transition fuel. What should we say? It would just for any time period or
or will LNG be there as an alternative? Yeah.
Shall we say maybe for the next something like for the next few years or something? Important transition fuel, or so I guess we're just trying to understand, like I said, how long is it going to be? Is it going to be a transition fuel for? I suppose that was the.
Yeah, but I think the idea is to learn from the audience what their opinion is.
Yeah.
Then I believe you should not give them fixed dates or whatever.
Or shall we say something like an important transition fuel in the short term, or something like that? Or an important short-term transition fuel.
Saying that the transition is short.
Yeah, I guess, like I said, that was kind of the question. Do people see this as just a short-term solution, or is it a longer-term solution? That was kind of the question I was trying to sort of ask her. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I would rather use the wording midterm, because short-term sounds a bit too, limited, so to say.
So, well, how about an important midterm transition fuel? Then will become less relevant. How about something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, could we just change the wording for that first question? Sorry.
Yeah, just for this. It's for the first answer, if I understand correctly.
Yeah, correct. We just changed.
Just send me the in the chat, and I will change it.
Okay.
Why is my camera, Jana? This is now the final camera setup, right? Because it's so wide, I can hardly move the camera closer. So,
what do you mean? Your background?
Yeah, my background is because when we had the initial setup, it was much easier. So it sounds like more now a wide view. Yeah.
I think it's fine.
But just leave it.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
And you said you're not able to get the camera closer to you.
Yeah, it's extremely close already. The laptops. I think it's no need.
No, it was better. It was better the other way, because now, there's a plant or something on your side, and it's a bit
exactly.
Yeah, like this, it was better. Yeah, I know Anna is the one that is making all the comments.
Yeah, exactly. I know that, and but I don't care too much. Yeah.
It was funny yesterday. We were really laughing because she's trying not to be offensive to people, and there was one person that had a picture on the background, and she started asking, "Oh, what is that picture on your wall? Where did you have it from? Like, what is on it? I'm not able to really see it." And at the moment she mentioned the picture, I was sure she will ask him to just remove it. But she started so far until she got to the actual point. Okay, just remove the picture.
Has that comment come through in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Liran, I think he's already setting up the answer. But Sebastian, the picture that you have on the background fits perfectly the theme of the summit, so you're fine. You can leave it up.
Is my sound and camera okay?
Yes, the only thing that I would like to advise you, maybe mostly Paul and Phil, because you're not wearing a headset, just make sure to mute when you're not talking so there's no echo. And of course, unmute yourself when you want to talk.
You probably have to warn us a few times.
Liran, Anna is in the waiting room if you can bring her up.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry for that.
Hi, Anna. You're in a different place.
Hi, Anna.
Yes. Hi, good morning. It's actually just the different angle of the kitchen table because everybody is running around the kids and my granddad who's watching the kids. So I was like, you're on camera all the time. And so, now I changed. They didn't offer me a private space, but...
Anna, I was asking again with the camera setup, because when we made the trial several weeks ago, I remember you said that it's better not to have the whiteboard and the other equipment visible, but now it looks like it's much more a white screen, so I don't have any idea to change it. Are you happy?
No, it's good. I'm happy. And it's funny that Jana, I think she was pushing hard to make sure before I arrived to tell you everything is good, because yesterday Peter was also rearranging his living room.
I told him the story about the picture.
I think it's good.
Paul, sorry, I don't have your ferry picture in my background, so So
it's an old steam truck, so to speak.
No.
Good.
But this was originally, for the hybrid session.
Okay, it's a new one. Yeah, it's not clear for me. It's very tiny.
But if you can make in a rush a nice print of the Duxon ferry, I'm happy to put that one in the background. So.
I would be happy to be able so, but unfortunately.
Do you want me to take it off? No, by the way, do you want me to take it off, Anna? That's an easy job.
No.
I stole it from Uwe.
No, I will get a terrible reputation after this is over here. So nobody will invite me home anymore.
No, so far, excellent job. Really, I like that. And to anybody, Jana and Liran, and
thank you.
It's really fantastic. I really enjoyed that. Everything so far.
The only thing, so now here comes a little bit of try to improvement. I'm just no, not critique. I'm just wondering, Sebastian, if you could, hire because you're looking down basically all the time, so the camera is not on. But is it a lap? It's
I can lift it up. I just grab something.
Yeah, this would be perfect.
That's an easy job. Since we are still in the paper world, there's a lot of magazines laying around.
Yeah, that's true.
You can go to IKEA and buy a higher table.
Yeah.
Keep it like this. This is good, Sebastian. This perspective.
Oh, Jesus.
No, this is better.
Yes, you can lower it with.
But I cannot remove the plant that fast, so.
No, that's
Don't
okay.
ask me to push the plant because this would be a disaster.
Nobody will pay attention, I guess. Really, it's good.
Good. Oh, it's easy. I mean, turn it a bit.
Right.
Phil, I have a question. When we are supposed to launch the poll, there are 2 questions in the poll, so.
Yeah, I don't know, Annie. What makes sense? Do a few questions first, and then just kind of mix it up in the middle, or?
Yeah, I would mix it up in the middle.
And do both questions.
Yeah, you can do both questions. Yeah.
Yeah, together. Okay. So how do we do that? How do we know about the timing? When do I need to if I just sort of say here comes a poll question, then you can.
Yes, and then I will add the poll.
Mm-hmm.
And during the time, it takes a few, something like a minute until people start to vote. You will see the bars running up and down. And once you need to fill this time with talking, maybe to talk about the questions or something. And once you decide that you will see that the bars are not moving, so most of the people have voted, you can start talking about the results maybe. And when you finish talking about the results, I will remove the question. Since this is you want to have it one after the other, just let me know the next poll, something like please the next question, please, and I will switch to the next one.
Okay, great. All right. And how does it look, I guess, in terms of the live questions coming in? How do we see that?
Liran will send you a link to Slido. It's an external system, so you will have to click on the link and get into the link, and there you will see the questions coming in from the audience. And this chat here will be only for the people in this meeting. So this can be between you two, you not 2 but 3, and also Liran can send you a message. For example, you have 2 minutes left from the live Q&A, you have 1 minute left, so you can keep the time. There is the link. If you go to the private chat, you can see to Slido. So if you click on it, you will see how it looks.
Okay. So it's probably best to have that on a separate screen, I guess. That was the idea, I think.
It will be, it will be easier.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Yeah, I mean, the problem is,
sorry.
Does it look kind of funny if I'm looking at the second screen, like I'm trying not to be so obvious, I guess.
But it's not so bad, right? Because you're reading the question, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And just a tip maybe, because when you start receiving the questions, there will be two options: popular and recent.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on popular, there will be one after another, but based on how many people voted, liked the question.
Okay.
Because people have the option to like a question, and when they like the question, it goes up. If you go to recent, you will be able to see the last questions coming in by order, which I think makes more sense, because if you go to popular, then the order of the questions can change all the time depending on how people vote on them.
Okay.
Do I also have to go to this link?
If you wish, it's not obligatory. I mean, it's good, at least for the moderator, the person asking the questions.
I have the sidebar with the private chat. Is that the chat box where?
This is only for you and for us, for people in this meeting.
Yeah.
Basically, Anne, Jana, and I will be during the session. We will be, of course, online. We will have our camera off and we will be muted. And if you want to communicate with us, you can do it via the chat. In addition, you can communicate with each other as well.
Okay.
I want to do a quick debrief, a few notes regarding what we are going to do this session. Basically, we are going to open with recording. It's a 35 minutes pre-recording video. During this 35 minutes, people already can start sending you questions. So every once in a while, take a quick peek in the URLs that I'm sending you. In addition, I'm looking as well at here in the chat, so I'll let you know. Before we go live, I will announce how 10 minutes before we go live, 5 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds before we go live. Once we are going live, Paul, I would like you to look at the chat before we go live. You will see this message. We are live now.
Yeah.
Once you, sorry, Phil. Sorry, Phil is opening the session. My bad. But you all can look at the chat as well. Once all of you will see this message, know that you are live and you can start talking, introduce the session, etc. During the session, I would like you, those who are not talking, keep yourself muted so we won't have any background noises. If you have the platform open, just close all the other tabs or mute, that we can have a background, that we won't have background noises, okay? During all the sessions, and it's all the sessions, people forget to unmute themselves. It's natural. It happens to me. It will happen to you. We can bet now who will be the first one, but probably it will happen to all of you. Feel free to let the other know that he is muted. It's okay. It's part of the game. We have the voting. Phil will let me know when to start the voting. During the voting, as I mentioned earlier, it will take some time until people vote, so you will need to fill up the gap, this time, and people with talking. Yesterday we suggested to singing and dancing, but I don't know if you're into it. And that's it. Jana, did I forget anything?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the last thing that I can tell you, just enjoy it.
Yeah. So 10:30 is the let's say the hard finish time. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, you can go over the time a little bit because there's a break in between the next session, but having in mind that you will have plenty of time to answer questions, I think that this time will be reasonable.
Okay, but I guess the goal is to somehow sort of bring it to a finish at 10:30.
Yes, and you can keep an eye on the chat here because we will send you a message 5 minutes before the end of the session, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, so you can more or less know how to organize your time and wrap up the session.
Okay.
If you go over 30 seconds more, I will make sure that they will not fire you. So.
Okay.
Do I have to open another screen to see the chat?
Yeah, I had the same question. Thanks, Paul. Because it's in the same browser, so I cannot move the Slido to the other screen.
Did you
manage?
This is why you have Phil.
Oh, yeah. So you can't. So you there, Sebastian? Yeah.
Because I was trying to put in duplicate the screens to have the Slido on the other one, but it's the same application. You know, it's both the browser.
It opens up another window, which you can then drag the other window over. Do you want me to come over and I'll come next door?
Oh, you are in the same.
It's so convenient. It's so convenient to be next to each other.
Now I understand. Suddenly, I didn't understand why they're in the same office.
I really liked it how they put on their masks for this. Like,
we have to.
COVID safety, yeah. We were
it's so
talking.
Funny. I got my. Yeah. Go ahead. You were talking.
We were talking yesterday about how weird it is when now you have to go to public places and there are no masks required and like people are close to each other. So because we haven't been in such a social atmosphere in such a long time, it's now actually what used to be normal before is now a bit weird.
Yeah, it's true.
So
and I got
you got your second vaccine?
I got my first shot yesterday, my first one.
Wow.
And it's so strange because Angelica in the US, she just went through drive-through and everything was done. And there, the military guys were standing there. It was like 5 different stations to go to. It felt like really kind of an official thing. And Angelica was just like McDonald's, right? Just, put her arms out, got the shot, and everything was done. And here in Germany, it's so different. So
yeah, I got my shot yesterday too on him.
Where did you get it? In Friedrichshafen?
Yeah, just with my house out. So I got the AstraZeneca shot.
Cool. Okay.
How are you feeling, Phil?
Yeah, I felt better, but I'm surviving.
It's like he was tasting a bit of methane.
Yeah, just a bit of a headache, but I'm okay. I'll survive.
Okay.
And Annie, did you get the Pfizer? Which one?
No, yeah, the Pfizer, the BioNTech one, yeah. It was funny because you get like a green bracelet for BioNTech and a red one for AstraZeneca. Already the colors are a little bit irritating.
I can tell you, after the second shot, I felt really bad. It's not that you have fever or something. It's like you are crushed. You cannot work, you cannot eat, you cannot do anything. So I got it in the morning. During the entire day, I said to my wife that I don't feel anything and everything is okay. Okay. The next day, I was completely wrecked.
Oh gosh.
So
did you get also Pfizer? Did you get Pfizer?
Yes.
Yes.
Good news. Good news. I'm so happy now.
No, Anne, maybe now that Liran is telling you this and you will expect something really horrible, but actually it won't be that bad and you will be surprised in a positive way. So.
No, I'm such a softie. I will definitely feel it. Like even the shot yesterday, everybody was telling me, "Oh, you don't feel it. You will ask, oh, it's over," and I felt it. It's just, and I didn't look at it, but I still felt it. So I'm such a softie, really, like a 3-year-old girl.
By the way, we are going to start the video in 30 seconds. Just to let you know.
Hey.
I'm going in to watch you from the other
side. Are you interested in the figures? How many people watching?
Yeah, well, you can see this now, can you?
Yeah, I'm just looking.
So, did you guys now? You did not hear my Skype popping in at the moment, or? Okay. So, Jana, Liran, do I have to? Should we switch off Outlook or Skype?
Would be good.
Basically, just a second. I need to mute. Basically, I recommend to switch everything off, and not only because of the broadcast, but not to distract you. It's much easier.
How was it to switch off Skype totally? We have to click on the right. What was it?
Florian actually said a good suggestion also earlier this morning. If you put your Skype on Do Not Disturb, even if people write to you, you will not receive it now, for example.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. I did this already, and now I see that I have 2 messages that I haven't seen.
Okay, good. Thanks for that. So, and the already existing questions that you were showing us, were these all questions from Phil pre-prepared, or are they also all? I cannot yet see in the Slido any questions. That's normal,
okay.
Yes,
normal. The session has not even started. This would be really weird if you have a question without.
No, that's fine. Session, you never know.
No. I've prepared all the questions for this session because I'm such a gas expert. No reaction. Sebastian just likes, okay, I'm diplomatic. I'm not saying anything. Just smile. Did you finally get your bike, Sebastian?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk about that now.
Okay.
We take it up later.
Is it a painful subject?
No, it's just I'm waiting for a new mountain bike, but I ignore it for the time being. So
okay.
I'm so curious about the Duxon session. That's encouraging. So, Paul, you helped me to overcome this hurdle. No, but to be honest, it's now no big thing. I guess some people are extremely worried, and if some delivery is delayed, I think in today's world, you should be a bit more flexible.
Yeah.
I'm into biking, and if I would expect to get a bike, I would like to have it as fast as I can. And
yeah, but I have enough others, I have. Do you road bike or more mountain biking?
I'm mountain biking basically, cross country, and but I have 7 bikes, so it depends where you look at it.
Exactly the same history with me. So, and Anne can tell a story about that, having a husband with that hobby. Right, Anne?
I was just saying, Liran, good that you're not my husband, because we made a rule, like how many bikes my boyfriend has, so many dogs I'm allowed to. So he had 3 bikes, I had 3 dogs. So, it would be with 7, I would finally give up.
You don't want 7 dogs at your home. But you do want 7 bikes at your house, yes.
But, I started in January. with mountain biking. Wait, it's not mountain biking like you maybe say, but it's that mountain bike, and I go in the forest. But it's not like, I'm just still a beginner. But I like it so much, and now it's really like I need to go like twice a week, and and I also love my bike a lot. So it's strange. I'm getting really connected to my bike.
I can tell you that
just 2 days ago, I said, "Oh, maybe I get a second one," and my boyfriend was like, "What? Alien? Is there an alien living inside of you?"
Yeah, it's really fun. It's something that for me, it's my hobby. I'm doing it this morning. I went biking. Hope to have it also tomorrow. It depends on the sessions when I'm.
Tomorrow you're free, at least from us.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're free from us. You can go biking during the whole day.
Yeah.
You're also not working tomorrow because it's Friday. So.
It depends how you look at it.
Yes. Depends how you look at it. A good answer.
Yeah. But basically, the work never ends. So, by the way, it's a good time to have Paul, I know, already made the coffee. Sebastian and Phil already went to have their coffee. So this is the time. We have a half an hour until we go live.
Okay, so I get a coffee. Thanks for reminding.
The video is started already?
Yeah, the video is running right now. Yes.
Okay.
And 130 people are watching it already.
We can't see it, huh?
Okay, I get a coffee.
Oh.
Go
Sebastian, I cannot help it. What did you buy? Which bike?
It's like with food. I have many Kenyan bikes. That's a German brand. But now I went for another German, very local, small company, Propane. But I don't believe you've heard that.
No.
Like Procon, Pain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, local food is very popular in Germany, and I thought I was going for local produced bike. So.
Oh, okay.
Curious, but it's a nice kind of enduro. So.
Less emissions. I know.
Yeah, that's and it's not an e-bike. It's not. I don't have an e-bike yet. So, and I don't want one for the next years.
But at least we were discussing yesterday that also one of the reasons, I think it was with Dr. Chatterjee, I'm not sure if I pronounce his name right, but he was saying that many companies like IKEA, for example, they're trying to transport their products in a more eco-friendly way. So it's the same when you're trying to buy food locally and buy a bike locally. Like you don't spend so much for transport, but what you're doing is actually in this direction. You're making transport to be more eco-friendly. I've learned a lot really from this summit. I think I can apply for a job at your company now.
No,
I've learned
even.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, even me from MTU. With the sessions also from Professor Pörtner, I really loved that, and also from some of our R&D colleagues. It's you learn every time you hear it, and I really like it in the event that this is such an open forum, with many participants from outside, and it's encouraging. And I hope that this helps also to get the people in the industry, really more committed to not just talk about it, but also to do something. Yeah.
Yes, I was
because
very
we need
impressed.
that. Yeah.
Yesterday, I understood why you're not a big fan of ammonia as as a fuel, although it has a lot of benefits, but it seems there's a big disadvantage, which is that if an accident happens, then it will be a really big problem. And also, I think it was Michael, the last session, ship operations. It was very interesting about the remote controlling of the vessels. It's also something very interesting. So there are many topics that because it's not my field of expertise or interest in any way. So, but I've learned a lot, and I'm really impressed how much this industry is growing and moving forward to really more sustainable way of doing things. And it's impressive what you're doing. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, but let's hope that the people are really taking the next small steps. This is a bit the challenge. Not to just talk about what we have to do in 2030, but to start in that direction now.
Sebastian, just quickly, you asked before about the methane slip question. Maybe it's another way to answer the question, if it comes up, is we can definitely say, without giving numbers, that the methane slip is below the limits of the EU stage 5.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what we're allowed to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got that.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume that the question is probably going to come about whether we can.
I would guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And whether we're planning to release the engine with EU5 and EPA 4. I guess we just need to sort of say something along the lines that it's a complicated and I don't think of the right words, an expensive process to do the qualification, and we are watching the market. And
yeah, that question you can really, if you want to, if you don't have yet enough questions moved over to me, I'm happy to take that one.
Yeah,
as you say, it's that unfortunately EU and EPA regulations are not harmonized enough, or not harmonized, and we observe the market demands.
Yeah,
and depend based on that.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I learned the other day as well, just I guess in terms of complying with EU5 and EPA 4, is the non-methane hydrocarbons.
Yeah.
It depends on the gas quality whether we need a separate oxidation catalyst or not.
For the EPA you talk about now.
Yeah, and also I think for EU5 as well, the non-methane hydrocarbon limit.
No, it's the EU5 is the total hydrocarbons.
Okay. Yeah. So so that's what I learned the other day. Normally we basically with typical gases we comply with EPA 4, but depending on the gas quality, there may be a need for an external oxidation catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple of questions pop up in the slide.
There are questions coming in. So if you look at the Slido, you'll be able to see.
There's a question for Paul there.
Is the first question also related to the Duxon? I guess so. Or
I guess so, yeah.
Or at least we can, of course, link it also to the Duxon, and I think we don't share it now in the live session, obviously not. But I think such a layout or picture we can share.
I mean, I think, that's a great question. Paul, can you see those questions, Paul? Oh, you're on mute at the moment. Yeah.
So I have never seen the recording, so I'm just watching it now.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay, good.
If you like, we can send you a link of the recording afterwards if you want to watch it afterwards.
I opened another screen, so it's no worries.
Oh, okay.
It will be available on demand until June 30th.
Cool.
So you can watch it again and again.
The first question that's come up, Paul, someone's asking whether we have a picture of the engines and gas supply system in the vessel that we can share. I'm not really sure how to answer that question.
Yeah, we can, but not where. Then you have to call Honey.
Yeah. I mean, do we want to? Maybe I might ignore that question.
Just to let you know that we've told people that, and also you can mention that as well, that if there are any unanswered questions, we will address them afterwards. So
yeah,
you will not be able to escape that question, but you can postpone it for later.
okay.
So 150 people are watching your session.
Okay. Have we done alarm analysis and determined the TBO? Oh.
Phil, when you open the session, you can encourage the audience to write questions in the Q&A box. So
okay. Yep, no worries.
Okay, if you don't have enough questions until now, I don't know. Let's just
Yep.
But do you see there are already coming questions in? They're not the fake ones, or?
No, they're real. They're real questions. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nowadays it's hard to decide what is fake, what is real.
Power on. What?
And just to remind you, if you have your phones around you, just put them on silent.
Okay.
I'm going to grab me a glass of water. So coming back in a minute.
No problem.
Okay.
Annie, can I ask you a side question? Regarding the closing session, have you discussed, because I know that when we did the rehearsal, Denise mentioned that it will not be an hour long. Have you discussed more or less how much time it will be?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was expecting more like 30, but
no, we keep it short.
15 is fine.
I just see my horrible picture in the background. You see it? It's frozen. It's for Elsa and Anna.
Ah, yeah.
So I think you can have worse decorations than I do.
I saw the butterflies, but if you have Elsa and Anna.
So this is how I decorate my living room, right? I shouldn't judge about anybody else.
Anybody else's pictures on the background, yeah.
As long as I have frozen. Just a question, Diana, do you think you could share the slides in the closing session? Okay.
This is why we would like to have them on our site. Actually, the technician asked me to have them as backup.
Yeah, I give it.
So once you send them to me, I will forward them directly to Ziv. You already know him, so.
Yes, I know.
By the way, Phil, to that question with the llama, How many running hours do we have up to now? Or Paul, maybe, I don't know, who knows?
Yeah.
Roughly?
I don't know, to be honest. So we can look at MTU Go, maybe?
I could bring that up. I could try and do that now.
No, you don't need to.
It's something like 1,500. I thought in my mind. I'll just try.
Because
you have the real life data, don't you?
But you don't. Anyway, you don't have the load profile as such. You don't get out of the MTU Go. So we still need to take a look at in the system.
Yeah. I mean, based upon the projected operating profile, I know it was going to be, the TBO was going to be somewhere between either 36 or 42,000 hours.
Yeah. Okay. So beyond 30. Yeah. Far beyond 30,000 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
So Phil, if you go to the Slido link, you can see that you have the popular and the recent tabs. So this is what I think I was explaining before, that when you click on popular, you will get the one that had most thumbs up. And if you go to recent, the first question that comes up will be the last one that the audience submitted. So if you go to recent, you will see there the first one is 1 minute ago, the other one is 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and so on. So because otherwise you will probably need to scroll down to get to the new questions.
Yeah, okay.
So whatever you prefer. I see that you already have 8 real questions.
We just got the methane slip question, Sebastian. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. Here we are. Yeah. Phil, the TBO question, it's even exceeding the diesel version, right?
Yeah. And I in the presentation I did, I kind of was talking that point up about, that's a conservative rating with a long TBO and
exactly.
Up to 48,000 hours or something. Yeah.
You can push if you want to pick that question, you can shoot it to me.
Yeah, good. Okay. Lots of questions coming in about the load acceptance and the acceleration time, but I guess maybe they haven't seen the little video yet.
What was? This was fantastic. I liked that, and really, Phil, and how you were referring to the sound. This was exciting. I liked that really. No, because this is live. This is not a lot of numbers and pictures. This is really happening.
Yeah. No, it's good. It kind of breaks up. They can sort of see and hear something. It kind of sort of breaks up the boredom of, listening to Paul and I talking.
But actually, the video, they haven't seen it yet. It's a bit more towards the end of the recording.
Okay.
That's why they're asking.
Yeah. No, that's good. Phil, the question with the acceleration. I remember that we had this in the R&D. We had round about 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Achieved. Yeah, but I can take that question if you want to.
Yeah.
Because I would say that we typically can tune this to the application case, because it's not always better to have it too dynamic.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I mean, I typically sort of say 15 to 20 seconds, kind of as
a exactly. I think that sounds good. Yeah.
But these people are asking for technical information. Like there's another question coming up now, wanting details about the LNG tanks and all this kind of stuff. How do we manage those questions?
Just you mean?
Yeah, like there's two questions, Paul. Like one is saying, can you give us a drawing of the gas system on the vessel, and another one saying, can you give us more information about the LNG tanks, weight, pressure, size? I mean, can we answer these questions, or how should we deal with them?
Not right now. I can give general dimensions.
Yeah.
Indications.
Yeah. What do you think? But should we, if we just give some vague answers and tell them, I don't know, that they contact us again if they want further details?
No, this is the right answer, I would say. I think, Paul, if we want to share at least a bit of immediate answers now to the Duxon, fine. But I think, as you said, Phil, they should contact us with their specific case, because it's much different from a catamaran to inland vessel or something.
Yeah.
And Paul, the supplier for your ships, who was this finally? Marine Service Nord, or who was it?
Yeah, Marine Service Nord. Yes, that's correct, for the LNG system.
So Jana, I think it makes most sense to stay on the recent
For me as well,
selection, or
for me as well, but it's a matter of preference, because when you go to the popular, they change order all the time, so you cannot keep track of what is where.
Which is which, and if we have touched it already, or
Exactly.
But on the recent, you also see this thumbs up. This is the number of how many people have
have liked the question,
liked that, or vote for that,
voted for it. Yes. So this is the difference. If you go to popular, you will see first the ones that have the thumbs up.
And it's anyway not many, so it's not that they have multiple thumbs popping up. So
yes, but so it's a matter of preference, because in the popular you will just see the most voted questions first, and then in recent you will see them as they come in.
Right now, Phil, the engine sound is audible.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
There's a question which says, can you share the gas system on board for gas supply to engines? I think what they're meaning is, do you need to have a separate gas system for each engine? Maybe is that how you understand that question? It says, can you share the gas system on board for gas supply to engines?
Phil, you can chat back to clarify.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, with the reply, I see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Anna. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
And I need to leave in a couple of minutes for the next preparation. So just that you know, for your poll later, Phil, 170 people have registered. That you get kind of an indication of how many people give feedback to the poll. So if you see 30, you can encourage the audience to. Maybe you can say, "Oh, I know we have 170 people here, so please share your opinion." Something like this.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Motivate them.
Yeah. Give them candy.
So, yeah.
I would come for candy. Jana as well, right? We are low on sugar the last days.
Low on everything. I'm just sitting here, and my dog is literally like maybe 15 centimeters away from me, and she's sleeping. I envy her so much.
I have this usually with the cat. When you have your video on, then the cat is just walking. And typically, they have to walk over your dashboard.
Yeah.
So.
This is very unprofessional. This never happened to me. Every single meeting with Kenneth, every single one.
We have so many such scenarios during sessions of where suddenly you see a dog or a kid is running, and one time the Alexa, the device, started to talk during one of the sessions. So,
Paul, a quick question. Sorry if I mix up fun talk with the. Do you have? I think you have a small genset on board, or did I get that wrong? Or maybe Phil knows.
Oh yeah, he's got the Scania Sun.
Yeah, the Scania, Sunfiren. Or
yeah.
Yeah, I just was not sure because this aspect, if somehow with these challenges, regarding to the engine room, I think if at some point, I remember with the Lake Constance ferry, the genset was a big issue.
Yeah. The only difference, obviously, with those Scania ones is they're not gas safe, so they have their own sort of special compartment, basically, with a separate ventilation. Yeah,
which is a challenge, as in this, like the second question from the top now.
Liran, when does Q&A starts? In like 2 minutes or something?
No. It starts in 6.5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But it's 15 minutes, the session, right?
A little bit less, actually. I think we've gone over. Yeah, I think our recording was 35 minutes rather than 30, so we've kind of really only got 10 or so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was just wondering. Okay, so you would actually have like 10 minutes for Q&A and maybe just go a bit longer, like 12 or so, as people are very interested.
Yes, there's a lot of questions. That's why I was also wondering, should we extend the live Q&A until maybe 10:35?
Yeah.
Okay. And Liran, because I also have to jump to the other session with Anne, can you please track the time and let our speakers know when they get near? So live Q&A, I'm writing in the chat, live Q&A should end at 10:35.
Yes. I wrote it down as well. Yes.
Thanks.
And sorry, just to refresh my memory again. What is the process for unanswered questions? How are we getting back to people if we haven't answered their questions, or do we tell them to contact us in the exhibit hall, or what do we?
Yeah, you can say contact us in the exhibit hall, but Jana and myself, we will set up a way we have not discussed yet finally to see what is the best way. At the moment, we collect everything and then we will announce either we send another email to everybody and say, hey, the questions have been answered, or we put it on LinkedIn or the website. We're just discussing about a way. So just say everything will be answered, but feel free to contact us in the exhibition booth.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. Good. So I will jump to the other meeting. Good luck. I wish I could join because I really like the group, but it's business here, right? So I have to go.
When they watch, you can access the recordings for the next in the future, but is the Q&A part also going to be accessible as well?
Yes, It will be on demand as well, both. So you will see one session and then you will see both Q&As.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I will leave you as well, but I'm leaving you in good hands. Liran will stay with you. So you know how to reach us if there's anything. Liran also knows how to reach us. So good luck to you.
We all turned off our phones.
Yeah.
Nobody will reach us.
Yeah. We disappear.
Good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
So basically, we have 3.5 minutes until we are going live. Around a minute, I will turn off my camera. And, don't forget that I'm going to write in the chat. I'm going to write that we are live now. And once you see the message, you can start talking.
Okay.
How many vessels in operation? Another question coming in.
Sebastian, do you have a good, in terms of, I know not many in operation, but in terms of the orders now, do you have a kind of this in mind? I mean, we've got with SemCorp and...
Yeah, we have 2 Tucson, we have SemCorp one, we have the Lake Constance ferry and also gensets.
Yeah,
so...
Okay.
And I would, if it fits, I would even say, if it doesn't pop up as a question, I would squeeze in there a bit that we also have the engines as a variable speed genset on order.
I'm surprised that question hasn't come up about genset.
Yeah. But this is the Takeuchi question, the second from the top now. The strategy for expanding business for gas engine. This goes a bit in that direction, but For me, the question is a bit vague.
Yeah.
Any possibility to develop this idea with our S4? So which idea? Because we are serving TUC, but not dual fuel. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got plenty of questions now.
Usually when the session, when the video is going to wrap up to an end, suddenly people start sending questions.
Yeah, okay.
They're listening to the entire video, and they understand when it starts to, when you're going to end.
Yeah.
So they ask the questions.
Okay.
Okay, here we have 1 minute before we're going on. I'm going to turn off my camera. We have 30 seconds. I'm going to write in a couple of seconds, I'm going to write in the chat, and then you will be able to start talking.
Okay. So welcome back everyone to the live question and answer session. For this session, we have also brought in a special guest with us to help us with some of the technical questions. We have Sebastian Schwarz, who heads up our application engineering team for commercial marine applications. Sebastian, maybe a short introduction from yourself.
Yes, of course. Thanks, Phil. Hello, everybody, and good morning to the colleagues in Europe, and of course, good afternoon to the colleagues and friends in Asia. I'm happy to support in this Q&A session. I'm heading the application engineering team for commercial marine and offshore here at MTU, and I'm happy to now support really answering to your questions.
Great.
Thanks for inviting me. Yeah.
Good. So please feel free to keep the questions coming. Yeah, we'll try and get through as many as we can in the time we have available. Yeah, maybe we'll jump to the first question, perhaps starting from the most popular question that we have at the top. Perhaps a question for you, Sebastian. How does the MTU Series 4000 marine gas engine compare in performance and TBO to its own diesel version?
A good question, interesting question. And as you have seen from the dialogue that Phil and Paul had earlier, it was obviously our development target to make the gas engine as diesel-like as possible, and with the main ambition, of course, to drive fixed-pitch propelled vessels. So obviously, some of the MTU 4000 diesel engines are really extremely dynamic and agile. So we do not in every case meet that diesel engine performance, but we can say that in average, really, this gas engine is as dynamic as, let's say, the average of a classical diesel and a high-speed diesel engine, I have to add. And interestingly is, of course, the TBO and the life cycle cost situation. So the TBO of this gas engine, and here we have to compare to IMO 3 diesel engines, is extremely attractive. So we are, in this case, like already said by Phil, we are exceeding by far 30,000 hours, even beyond 40,000 hours, depending on the load profile.
Okay, thanks. Next question, perhaps, maybe again for yourself, Sebastian, or I can support you, but how many vessels do we have in operation with this engine or in planning? And do we have any references for sales to the Coast Guard so far?
An interesting question. We have, of course, really sailing for the moment are just the 2 Duxon ferries. We have many more on order. The most popular one is here on the Lake Constance, car ferry, a short double-ended ferry, to be clear. But the commissioning was planned now for this summer, but it's slightly delayed. And then we have, of course, a tugboat, a hybrid tugboat in Singapore on order to be commissioned this year. And then we have very popular emergency response vessels in the north of Germany, where these engines are utilized as variable speed gensets. Yeah. So this is basically the track record, so to say.
Okay. Maybe next question is probably for you, Paul. How often do you have to refuel?
Yes, we refuel the vessels once a week. We do that on the Wednesday, which is the most quiet day in the week, passenger-wise. The bunker procedure will take roughly about one ship will roughly take about 1 hour. And that has to do with the whole procedure, the checklist prior to the bunkering phase and the checklist after the bunkering phase. So that's the sequence, basically.
Okay, thanks. Next question, how many seconds for the engine to accelerate from idle to full load? Well, I guess maybe in the meantime that was partly answered by the video that we just showed. But yeah, maybe I guess Sebastian, comment from you regarding that.
Yeah, obviously, and the video, which was really impressive with the sound, because it's a real life situation and it was under load. This is really important to mention, but you cannot, of course, see the time span. So typically with the diesel engine, we are 15 seconds to slightly above, which is possible. For the gas engine, this was the same target as set. And typically, let's say, depending on the application type and the propulsor, we achieve 15 to 20 seconds. Maybe to add, because of course we want to tune slightly the parameter setting for the application, because a compact tug has to be more agile, more dynamic than, let's say, a larger cargo ship or passenger ferry. Yeah. So this is the point where, when it comes to commissioning, you make a slight fine-tuning of the acceleration behavior.
Okay. Maybe next question is perhaps for Paul again. Can you provide more information on the LNG tanks, the size, the weight, the pressure, and possible safety barriers for collision? Do you have any of those sort of figures in mind, Paul, that you could offer?
Yeah. So this is a catamaran. So we in each hull we have a 46 cubic meter LNG tank, type C tank, vacuum insulated, stainless steel. It's obvious that LNG systems are heavy. So I think the dry weight of the whole LNG system is roughly about 32 tons per tank system. For the inland water rules we have to comply with, there is a barrier of 1 meter from the side and a 60 centimeter double bottom void space below the tanks. So that's basically what the situation on board of our vessels is.
Okay, thanks. Perhaps we might just have a short diversion for a second and introduce a couple of online polls that we would like to explore with you. Perhaps could we please bring the poll questions up at the moment? Okay, yeah, here they come. Yeah, so first question we have is considering the IMO's ambitions to reduce carbon emissions, what role will LNG play amongst the future alternative fuel options? And we have the multiple choice question here with three options. First possibility is it would be an important short to mid-term transition fuel and then become less relevant as time moves on. Or option B, an important fuel beyond 2030, mainly due to the technical and commercial limitations of all the other alternative fuel options, such as hydrogen and some of these things. Or the third choice is LNG will maybe not be relevant unless the production and availability of biomethane or e-methane can be quickly ramped up in the next few years and at a commercially feasible price as a replacement. So please, yeah, love to get your votes and your opinions on those. Yeah. So here we go. So we've only got 10. Please join in, Ken. So at the moment, in the lead is an important fuel beyond 2030. So it seems to be, yep.
This is the type of question where everybody needs a crystal ball.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think at the moment we have a fairly clear winner there. It seems that the audience has a firm opinion that the LNG will play an important role well into the future. It's interesting to hear. Yeah, there's some, okay, interesting. All right, perhaps then we can move on to the next question. Okay, apart from LNG tankers, which marine application do you believe is the best suited for single fuel gas engines? First option is coastal shipping. Second option is ferries. Next option is harbour tugs. Fourth option is inland waterway cargo vessels. Or the last option is other, none of the above. Okay, please vote. Okay, ferries in the lead at the moment. Okay, well, coastal shipping's making a comeback. Ferry still in the lead. Yep. Okay, interesting. Okay.
So there was earlier the question about the Coast Guard or patrol vessels. So this would probably be here under others, but obviously that fits just as well typically if the infrastructure is there.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it seems that definitely ferries is a clear leader there. Interesting feedback. Thanks for that.
This is due to Duxon. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Your efforts.
Great. If we could just go back to the poll, the questions. Great. Okay, so what else do we have here? Question for you, Paul. Thanks for the interesting presentation, Mr. Mellers. If you had a chance to change a technical point on the project, what would you make differently next time?
Basically, we are still very proud of the end result, and in general, the vessels perform really well. So I can't really see what would be changed on the vessels, apart from the fact that as questions in the poll just a while ago, it seems very difficult to understand exactly in what direction the transition will go and what future fuels will be used. So a next ferry, as I said in my presentation, will probably be within a couple of years will be electric, for instance. So that is constantly shifting. So but in general, the vessels as they are, the concept, we still believe it's working fine. I can't really see what else we could change at this moment. Yeah, so okay. That's my response.
Thank you. Perhaps next question: do the ferries have the MTU Go premium device, or do they have their own data reader device? Perhaps I can answer that question. Yes, they do. We've been monitoring them with the Go premium device. yeah, it's been very, very helpful to get a good insight about how the engines are operating. Another question that's just popped in, no mention of generators on board. Are they run on diesel? Perhaps Paul, could you quick comment regarding the gensets?
No, it's a single fuel LNG vessel all over. So the gensets are single fuel LNG engines, and we even have a boiler on board that is fired with LNG as well, or gas. Yeah. So
Okay.
we don't use any fossil gasoline or diesel oil on board whatsoever.
Okay. Perhaps a question for you, Sebastian. Have we done alarm analysis and determined the TBO of the engines?
To be honest, so for those who are not familiar with the wording LAMA, so this is, so to say, our engine ECU load profile analysis. We are, of course, doing this with every new project or vessel when it's in service. But obviously, you know, the first, let's say, hours after the commissioning, they do not represent really the average, so to say, utilization. So typically we do after half a year or a year. This also depends, of course, on Duxon's preference. We make this investigation and have, of course, then the feedback also with the operator, and derive obviously the maintenance strategy out of that.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, we've run out of time to go through the rest of the questions, but we will endeavour to answer all the questions and give feedback. So yeah, but also please feel free to come and chat with us in the exhibit hall if you have any specific questions that you would like to have an answer on in the short term. We're there all the time to have a chat. Thanks very much for your participation. Thanks to you, Paul and Sebastian, and yeah, wish you all a good day. Thank you.
Thanks too.
Thank you.